All right. Test. Test.
Test.
Test. Test. I enjoyed it. I thought it was a good movie. It did not deliver on as far as kind of what we were talking about, as far as like, oh, all these possibilities, all these different things. I mean, yeah, there were appearances in it and things like that, a couple, but it wasn't. It was nowhere near like what Spider-Man was for me, where I was like, wow, like this was, and it really held me. And I mean, in typical Nick and Doctor Strange fashion, I dozed off a couple times. Like, I mean, I didn't miss anything because I mean, and I was also a little banged up from the night before, but I did, parts, it was slow moving at times for me. And I was kind of like, okay. I did enjoy it. I thought it was good. I wouldn't see it another time. I liked the first Doctor Strange better. So it didn't, for me, all this hype and all this thing of like this next big thing in Marvel, the next phase and all the things it could bring in and lay the groundwork for. I mean, I'm sure there's certainly a lot of things you could do with it, but for me, it was, underwhelming for the hype that I had it perceived to be in my mind of like what the possibilities could be for it personally.
Okay. Brian?
In the sense of, I thought there would be a lot more multiverse type stuff. I thought there would maybe see more universes. I thought maybe we would see more, even very brief.
You did just in flashes, like very brief.
Yeah, I thought we'd see more, even very brief characters. But when the Illuminati came out in Earth, was it 8-3? I was just reading it. I didn't know. I mean, I wouldn't know this without reading up on it, but it's on a different universe. When the Illuminati made an appearance with those characters, that got me very excited to see Patrick Stewart come back and reprise his role as Professor X. And it was the Professor X in the chair, like from the animated X-Men series.
Mm-hmm.
And to see John Krasinski come out as Reed Richards, that was something
fun.
that
was cool.
The
Looking
fans
identical to the fan art that everybody would put out.
And Kevin Feige, they talked about that because that was just something he said that came out of nowhere online, that people were saying, oh, he should play Reed Richards, and we talked about that.
And then he even grew the beard for it.
Yeah. He looked great in the suit, and it was very cool to see Reed Richards in general back on the screen. That got me very excited to see that. And then, Captain Carter and all that whole Illuminati was very, very cool to see that. So that definitely lived up to a lot of hype in that respect. But anyway, I thought we'd see more of that, but I was surprised at the level of the horror element in the movie that I was not really expecting. To see Wanda turn very dark, zombie Doctor Strange.
That was cool.
Doctor Strange making the cloak out of the evil spirits, demons, Sam Raimi deaths in the movie.
Right, that's what I was about to say.
A couple of the over-the-top deaths of the Illuminati when
that was my favorite part.
Killed them.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. And then Bruce Campbell. I mean, Bruce Campbell again making a great appearance, and then even kind of hearkening back to the Evil Dead when his own hand is attacking him like an Evil Dead 2. So all things considered, it definitely met my expectations, and I had a lot of fun with it. So that's what I think initially. Dean, what were your thoughts? Did it live up to your expectations or not so much?
Okay. All right. So you both are right. I had, like we probably talked about it before, I had these expectations of these very cool multiverses and these different characters that you could see. So did I build it too much up in my head? Yeah, probably. But it's visually, the movie is stunning.
Mm-hmm.
you couldn't for what they had, what they worked with, the multiverses and the at least even in that brief thing of where they're breaking through all the multiverses, that was very cool. But it was underwhelming to the aspect of what my expectations were. But I enjoyed the hell out of the movie. I thought it was great. I liked, like Brian said, all the Sam Raimi aspects of it. I enjoyed the cameos that we did get. Now, when Reed Richards, zapped in there, popped in there, did it have that same visceral pop in you that it did when the thing opened up and and Andrew Garfield turned around? No, it just.
Right.
I think John Krasinski. I think it's because you already have that. You already had that character from that universe. Is a known thing. John Krasinski is more of a pipe dream that came true. So I think that's why it didn't get that pop.
I was expecting to see Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield in the Spider-Man
Right,
movie.
but it still was exciting.
It was exciting.
Yeah.
Right.
But to me, it didn't have the same pop as the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield. I was still excited.
Right.
I would have preferred that they didn't give you Dr. X or Professor X in the trailer. I think that should have been held off.
Yeah,
and
that would have been better.
The whole Illuminati should have been introduced. I think that hurt it a little bit in my head.
Hey, did you like that video? You know you did, and we know you did. So stop screwing around and go like that video, subscribe to our channel, and join us for some more.